Police Minister Bheki Cele is no stranger to selfies with members of the public, but this time it has had serious implications for two Durban residents who took a quick snap with him. eNCA Senior Reporter Dasen Thathiah spoke to a businessman whose life has been turned upside down after he was falsely labelled as a gangster on social media.
Recently, a picture has been circulating on social media showing the Police Minister Bheki Cele posing with two men in eNCA in Durban. Not long after that picture was taken, a social media narrative developed, basically saying that the police minister was associating himself with known gangsters and implying that the two men in that picture were in fact gangsters from a local gang. Now, I'm joined by one of them, Dasen Thathiah, and you have said to me already that you're not a gangster, but maybe let's start with explaining how the narrative unfolded by first talking about how the picture was taken.
Hi there, Sin. Firstly, yes, you're right. I'm no gangster. A friend of mine and I, we were at Oceans Mall. We were at Black. So as we were sitting by, we noticed that the minister was walking past, and then when he stopped, he was taking pictures with a few other people that were around. So what we did was we walked up to him and we asked to innocently take a picture with him. So that's what we did. We took a picture and then we walked away back to our seats. We never seen the minister thereafter, and ever since this picture was posted on social media, there was a person, a female, which I believe she is a whistleblower. And it was said that she is fabricating these stories about myself, the minister, and my friend as well.
How did that start? So, do you recall what the first post was, and what is the reasoning behind that?
The first post was her implicating us in, implicating me, because she mentioned that the guy on the left and the guy on the left of the picture was me. So she implicated that I was trying to kill her, that I tried to assassinate her, that I own a black Range Rover, which I don't. She mentioned that I was visiting Thabo Bester in Bloemfontein. I've never been to Bloemfontein, and on that said date, and I don't know Thabo Bester. So on those said dates, I was in Rocks. Pictures of me being at a certain place on those dates that she said that I was in Bloemfontein. Also, she fabricated other stories of me trying to assassinate her and visiting Thabo Bester all the time in Bloemfontein, and she's got a record of it and stuff like that. So I don't know where she's getting these stories from, but all of these stories are not true.
Let me ask you this directly. Have you ever interacted with this woman prior? Do you know her? Does the name sound familiar? What is your association with her?
Okay, I have no association with her whatsoever. I've never seen her before. I've never heard of her before until I've seen the post of me, of the picture on social media with her name.
Now, these are very dangerous allegations. I mean, known gangster associating yourself with Thabo Bester. What have been the implications for you in your daily life? I mean, as I understand it, you run a business.
Yes, I do. So, my friend and I, we both are businessmen. So, after these stories been going around, because it's reached quite a few social media platforms, for example, Twitter, Facebook, it even went far as SABC3 News as well, and TikTok as well. So a lot of people have been making a mockery of this, as not taking it as serious as it is. Our lives has been threatened. Mine. I've been receiving death threats. I've also reacted. It also affected me with regards to work, and it basically ruined my reputation from a lot of people, because they don't look at me in the same light that I used to be respected. So now I'm known as a gangster, all because I have tattoos. And I don't see how it is I'm a gangster if I have tattoos. If you look at my tattoos, I have cartoons on me. And I'm sure no gangster will put cartoon characters on them.
Now, with this being as serious as it is, I'm sure that you have either considered or you are taking some kind of action. What have you done? I mean, if you're talking about death threats and an impact on your livelihood, talk to me about what action you've taken.
Okay, so what I've done so far is my lawyer is involved in this. We did manage to send her, well, we cannot get any information about this woman.
Do you think it's a fake profile?
It's not a fake profile. From what we know, it's not a fake profile. But we cannot seem to get a proper address for her or an email address so that we could serve her with our papers. Our documents have been served to her on social media because that's the only platform that we could get a hold of her.
Yeah.
I've got a case open as well, and there's an investigation that is pending. So that's the steps we've taken so far. And if we do manage to get a hold of her, then we would continue to take this further.
A last question to you. Do you think that this is purely a case of mistaken identity, or do you think there's a more sinister reason for targeting you?
It is, from what I see on this person's Facebook that we did have a look at, she's been fabricating stories, mainly things to do with the minister and mainly things to do with parliament and stuff like that, which has nothing to do with us. But her comments and what she said, and even the racist comments and the things that she said, which did imply to me, like my tattoos and me being Indian, which is basically racist comments. And also, you cannot just use, with regards to the POPI Act, you cannot just use a person's picture and defame them in that manner.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with me whatsoever. It was just a picture, an innocent picture, which was taken and blown out of proportion.
Well, thank you for your time. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. I've also had the opportunity to speak to the other gentleman that was in the photo, and he too has opened a case and also intends to serve papers on the woman who started this incident and started this narrative on social media. We've reached out to the police ministry, and hopefully we will be able to get a response soon. I'm Dasen Thathiah in Durban.